Hello and welcome to the Old Classic Car channel, and today's classic brochure review is for the International Harvester Model D40 trucks. The D40 was part of the D series line that was introduced in 1937 and continued until 1940 when it was replaced by the K series. But this is for the mid-range D40. The range began with the D2 pickup, the half-ton pickup as I recall, and you could get larger capacity versions, and the D40 was somewhere in the middle as far as I know. This particular brochure is undated, but it must date to somewhere between 37 and 40. So let's have a quick look inside. The brochure is slightly fragile, but as I'm quite fond of this era of truck, commercial vehicles in general, but the American ones with this very streamlined styling, I just think they look fantastic. And you find Chevrolets and Fords and Dodges, but international, certainly in this country, are quite few and far between. I think most of the ones that you see now, if ever, have been imported at some point. I'd be interested to know just how many of these actually sold in those 3 years prior to World War II in this country. So let's go and have a look inside and see what we can see. And the first thing we're presented with are two pieces of artwork showing two different versions, two different body variants on the D40 running gear. I'm not quite sure what this one's for. This one looks like it's for carrying heavy loads, perhaps with road building programs, that type of thing, but I'm not quite sure what this body was for. Perhaps someone could let me know. But I just think the styling of this era of American truck is just fantastic. You've got the sloped back, rounded grille, rounded wings, the headlamps, lots of bright work going on, a split windscreen, all steel cab, and these wheels I think are looking the part as well. And I mean, I love English lorries as well, don't get me wrong, but I just think the styling of this era of pre-war American truck really takes some beating. I just think they're fantastic looking vehicles and very well specified as well. So let's go over here and have a look at the engine and see what it says about the International D40. Numerous new features of design and construction have been incorporated in the six-cylinder valve-in head engine of the model D40. Power and efficiency have been increased in this 259 cubic inch displacement engine, which develops 89 brake horsepower at 3,200 RPM and maximum torque of 192 pounds-feet at 800 to 1,600 RPM. Important economy features of the Model D40 engine include replaceable cylinders, replaceable shell main and connecting rod bearings, full pressure lubrication, vibration dampened crankshaft, downdraft carburetion, oil bath air cleaner, belt driven air cooled generator, and hardened exhaust valve seat inserts. And here we have a couple of illustrations of the engine. They only ever refer to petrol engines in this particular brochure. Perhaps someone could let me know if there was ever a diesel option in America. But as this is a UK market, probably quite a rare UK market international brochure, it only seems to refer to the petrol engine version. Maybe there was only a petrol engine option, I don't know. But hopefully someone in the comments will let me know. What does it say here? The Model D40 engine from the front, showing the compact power plant, which has made an outstanding record of economy and performance. This engine is one of the many reasons for international leadership in smooth performance, climbing ability, pulling power and low-cost operation. The crankshaft torsional vibration damper, this here, is clearly visible. Like I say, a big torquey petrol engine, which is just what you needed, especially given the distances that they had to cover in America. You wouldn't want anything less, really. So let's see what we've got here. The truck power plant with outstanding economy features. So we've got a sectional view of the powerful Model D40 engine, heavy duty clutch, 5-speed overdrive transmission, and again it refers to the replaceable cylinders and a few other aspects of the mechanical makeup of the International D40. In the D40 helical spur gear transmission, 4th speed is direct and 5th speed is overdrive. The overdrive speed enables the operator to maintain high road speed with reduced engine speed, resulting in fuel and oil saving with less engine wear. We've got a few other little details down here. Rubber cushion front supports, something about the flywheel housing. And we've even got mention of a positive ground for the electrical system is assured by a ground strap from the front of the engine to the front crossmember. I mean, would you even mention that? I'm quite surprised, to be honest. And we'll have a closer look at the engine and gearbox. I'll have a quick zoom in on that shortly. So let's have a look over here, see what we have. Engineers generally agree that the valve-in head engine develops more horsepower per cubic inch of displacement than any other type. This design permits easy machining of the entire combustion chamber, which assures accurate equalizing of compression volume in all cylinders with resulting equal power impulses. The cylinder head contains the combustion chambers, intake and exhaust valves, ports, spark plugs, etc. The valve ports, spark plugs and combustion chambers are completely surrounded by water passages so as to maintain uniform temperatures at all points. Because of course some vehicles, some trucks of the day were still side valve powered. Dodges, for example, which I know a little bit about, they were side valve powered for quite a while after that. Petrol and diesel versions. And we've got a little diagram here of the lubrication arrangements. You can see the camshaft way down there. Got the crankshaft, the oil pump, and an example of the valve train. So it's quite a well specified vehicle. Then we've got some features of the sturdy chassis. You can see the dual spring arrangement here, the auxiliary rear springs, powerful hydraulic brakes with vacuum booster as standard equipment. I mean, British lorries, I mean, I love them, but there's no denying that the American equivalents were probably much better specified, a bit less drafty, I imagined, as well. We've got something about the steering box here, a cam and lever type steering mechanism. A recent development, the twin lever type steering gear shown here is a feature on the model D40. We've got various other bits of information about the drivetrain. Owners agree that the model D40 chassis includes money-saving features. Close inspection will disclose many important advantages, including standardized cab-to-rear axle dimensions, heavy well-reinforced frame, efficient control servo hydraulic brakes with factory-installed vacuum power booster unit, and so it goes on. And then we have a little more information about the heavy-duty full-floating rear axle, which we've got here with a twin wheel setup on either end. You've got a differential. Probably have a quick zoom in on that, so if anyone wants to read up on the specifics of the back axle arrangement of the D40, then they're welcome to. And we flick over to the back here, and we've got a chassis cab at the top of the page, looking ready for any particular body that you wanted to fit on it, whether it's a recovery truck, breakdown truck, any sort of lorry really. And the specification, which I will zoom in on so that people can have a read of that too. It makes mention of the 259.76 cubic inch displacement, 89 brake horsepower, exhaust valve seat inserts to allow you to run on all manner of different fuels, I imagine, pressure fed engine lubrication and so on. And we've got the address down here as the International Harvester Company of Great Britain Limited, confirming that this was a UK market brochure, which must make it fairly unusual. Harvester House, 259 City Road, London, EC1. Liverpool, Leith and Dublin. Now, there's no date showing on here, but as they only made them between 1937 and 1940, I think that pretty much pins down the date of this particular publication, so we can forgive it a few little nicks and tears here and there. So that was the brochure for the International Model D40 truck range of 37 to 40. If there's interest in these old lorry brochures, please let me know. I've got one or two more, and I'd quite like to feature them on here. So if this is the kind of thing that you're particularly interested in, American trucks of this era, please let me know in the comments. If you've got any requests for particular vehicle brochures that you'd like to see reviewed in this section of the Old Classic Car website and YouTube channel, please let me know again. And yeah, all comments are very welcome. If you like this sort of thing, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. That way you'll be notified when there are future uploads. That's about it. So thanks for watching, and keep on trucking. Bye bye.